Schauble has reduced to a rubble. Cabinet colleague takes parting shot at outgoing German finance minister. Germany's foreign minister launched an extraordinary attack on the country's outgoing finance minister on Tuesday, exposing deep divisions within Angela Merkel's government of the last 4 years. On the day Wolfgang Schäuble was elected Speaker of the German parliament, Sigmar Gabriel accused him of reducing Europe to a pile of rubble which has to put back together by others. In an interview with several German newspapers, Mr. Gabriel said the former finance minister had succeeded in turning almost all EU member states against Germany with his hardline stance against Eurozone bailouts. What made the outburst more remarkable was that Mr. Gabriel served alongside Mr. Schauble as economy minister and vice chancellor for much of the period he was describing. Mr. Schauble has long been a divisive figure in European politics. As Mrs. Merkel's long-serving finance minister, he is hated in Germany for presiding over a period of economic strength. But he is hated in countries like Greece for its deep-seated aversion to bailing out the poor-performing economies of Southern Europe. The foreign minister's outburst is the first sign that Mr. Schauble's policies were disliked much closer to home, within Mrs. Merkel's government. Mr. Gabriel led his Social Democrats, SPD, into coalition with Mrs. Merkel's Christian Democrats, CDU, in 2013, only for his party to suffer its worst ever defeat in last month's election. Although the SPD has announced it is going into opposition, Mr. Gabriel and other ministers are staying on in a caretaker government while Mrs. Merkel holds talks on putting together a new coalition with the pro-business-free Democrats, FDP, and the Greens. The 75-year-old Mr. Schauble agreed to become Speaker to free up the finance ministry, which the FDP is widely expected to demand as a prize for its support. He was elected unopposed in Tuesday's first sitting of the newly elected parliament. But in a sign that Mr. Gabriel had spoken for many in his party, his nomination was not applauded from the SPD benches, against tradition. In his first speech as Speaker, Mr. Schauble called for respectful debate in the chamber, following a busy election campaign. There have been tones of contempt and humiliation in our country in recent months. This has no place in civilized coexistence, he said. His remarks were widely thought to be directed at MPs from the Alternative for Germany party, AfD, who became the first nationalist to sit in the Bundestag since 1961 after an election campaign marked by provocative comments. The way in which parliamentarians talk to each other can be an example for public debate, Mr. Schauble said. We should not be brawling here.